Hello, Catherine.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Now listen, can you give me a quick rundown of your sort of housing situation here? Because it's quite unusual, isn't it?
It is, it's quite quirky.
Yeah.
So this is our cottage,
Yep.
and it dates from about 1500. Small, compact and bijou, I think you'd call it inside.
Yeah.
So not quite big enough for day-to-day life of the family. So
Yeah.
what we've also got is a barn
Yeah.
across the courtyard, which is curtilage listed. So it dates around the same time as the house.
So
And
this is also Grade 2 listed.
this is also Grade 2 listed as well.
And I can see that you've got, is that solar thermal on the roof up there?
Yes, so we've got solar thermal panels on the roof, and that provides hot water for the barn. We've got a bathroom in the barn,
Yeah.
and it's piped underneath the courtyard, and it provides hot water.
So you've
for
got a
the house.
heating main through.
So we've got insulated heating mains through here.
And is that an air source heat pump?
And we've got an air source heat pump, which again provides water heating.
So these are sort of the kind of things that you can do with a listed building. I suppose they're slightly different from the normal sort of methods that you can use on other buildings.
Yes, some of the materials you can use are different, and obviously you have to get permissions from listed building, but they were quite sympathetic to what we wanted to do with the house and the barn. So that didn't really cause us any problems, but it's the nature of the building that determined what we used. So it's a building that flexes and moves.
Because it's old?
Because it's old.
Yes.
It doesn't have a damp course, so there can be damp problems.
So there's moisture coming up the
Yeah.
inside of the
Yeah.
walls?
So we had to make sure that we insulated with material that was breathable.
Okay.
It's perfect.
Should we have a look?
Yes, do.
So this is the big multi-use fun space. And what have you actually done in terms of sort of thermal measures? I can see here there's some kind of, what looks like a lime plaster finish, some stonework exposed.
Yes, so we've insulated with hempcrete.
So that is a mixture of hemp stalks
Yes.
and lime.
Yeah. It was a case of building shuttering and carrying hempcrete up in bags, and we insulated the whole of the wall. And it works perfectly with the building because it's breathable, so it's sympathetic to the original structure, but it's also got a high thermal mass. The ceiling is insulated with Celotex. It's not a strong roof.
So it's a high performance,
it's
kind of
high
modern
performance,
insulation.
yes. For its depth, it's very light.
But you don't need the breathability up there.
No, we don't. So, but what it does do is gives us a good level of insulation without putting strain on the roof.
And then I can see here you've introduced some sort of secondary double glazing.
Yes, so what we've got, we couldn't change the windows because it's a listed building.
Right.
So we've put secondary double glazing on the gable end window and also on the north facing
But that is
lights.
actually secondary double glazing
Yes.
rather than secondary glazing.
Yes, secondary double glazing, just
Yeah.
to make sure that we minimise the heat loss.
And have you done anything about ventilation?
Yes, so what we've got is we've got a heat recovery ventilation system which circulates the air constantly in the building, and it also gives some heat off.
What about the running cost of keeping a building like this, that you're not in all the time, warmed? Is that not an expense?
No, it's not, because we've got such a high level of insulation. We need very little heating in here, so if we're away, it doesn't get cold. The solar thermal panels and the air source heat pump provide heating to the barn, but we very rarely use it. So we've got a radiator, we don't switch it on. So it just keeps itself at a nice, comfortable level.
Which is extraordinary, isn't it? That you
Yeah.
create a building that's warm enough that almost needs no heating. You know, this older building.
Yeah.